Hello and welcome back everybody to episode number 3 of Thicc and Tired. We, the ladies of Ivory and Maine, are ready to dish out some truth sprinkled with a whole lot of sass for our friends out there. So whether you're listening for the first time or you're a loyal fan, it's time to buckle up and get ready for one hell of a ride.
Yay! Woohoo!
I don't know if you guys know this, but we're going to start off by introducing ourselves with our little Jeopardy fun fact. For those who don't know what a Jeopardy fun fact is, if you ever watch Jeopardy, there's a little part where the host, after the first commercial break, goes around and asks the contestants their name, a little bit about themselves, and they end up saying the stupidest freaking fact about themselves. So I think that's a great way to introduce one another. So my name is Cassidy, one half of Curvy Godmother. Fun fact about myself is I am very good at remembering people's names. I know that's really weird to say, but I think, and people that don't remember names, Curinne, I think that's you.
That's me.
That's kind of like a pet peeve of mine.
Really?
I think it's a very respectful thing.
I kind of also.
At waiters, like when we went out to Valentine's Day, me and Rob last week, Anthony and Mark were our waiters. Anthony and Mark. They always people introduce themselves. Anthony and Mark. They were like tag team. That sounds dirty. They were our two waiters. And I'm always like, thank you so much, Anthony. And you can tell they really appreciate that because I feel like it's a respect thing. So I will remember your name. So come up to me, introduce yourself, and it's like I'm a fucking celebrity, and I will remember your name. Go ahead, Gia.
Well, they actually say it's a proven fact. The more you say someone's name, the more they trust you.
Yeah, no,
It's
true.
Yeah. So recently hate to spill my secrets, but recently with brides, I've been trying to say their name more because I remembered that fact.
They
and
would
I was
love
like,
that.
I was like, but it's also more personal. Anyways, I'm G. I'm part of our social media team. My fun fact of the day that actually just reminded me, my family, not my family, but my father, when he was in his youth, his siblings and his parents, they auditioned for Family Feud.
Oh, fun.
Yes, back in the 80s, they auditioned for Family Feud. They didn't get it because my aunt, who was a troubled teen, did not have the energy. She was dating like a 50-year-old Coke dealer at the time. So she didn't have the Family Feud energy. And,
well, if she was coked up, she should have had that energy.
Well, yeah, but she didn't, and they didn't like the energy that they had, so they didn't make it for Family Feud, but my dad was on remote control.
In short, don't date a 50-year-old cocaine dealer.
Yep. I've seen the clips. This is a true fact.
It is a true fact, and it was always like an urban legend, but then we got the
fabulous.
VHS tape, and then we have to convert it to a CD, though. We still have to. Or maybe like a different file, because we don't use the CDs anymore. Sorry.
On to Leigha.
How the fuck am I supposed to follow that?
Can't. Just shut up. Don't even say it.
Cocaine, Family Feud names. What's next?
Just skip over us.
So, I think my fun fact.
What's
was
your name,
supposed-
bitch?
Okay, so my name's Leigha. I'm the store manager here. My fun fact was gonna be that I'm wearing curvy corner pants.
Lame.
I love these pants.
So they're like my Wednesday pants.
I love those pants.
Because, I don't know, they're like super casual and just like comfortable. And we don't have customers on Wednesdays. I don't know.
Do you think about me every time you put those
I
pants
do,
on?
actually. Every time I pull them out of my drawer, I'm like, Cassie's going to love this.
Yeah, I love these pants.
Can I start schlepping out on Wednesdays?
Cordy Patulino Plizzy.
So, I'm Curinne. I'm the owner of Ivory and Maine and the other half of the Curvy Godmothers. My fun fact is that I hate to read books, and I don't understand people that sit in bed at night and read like novels. I don't get it. I don't understand how it's enjoyable.
Man, because that's like a...
I know, I'm really sorry, and I don't have hate. I just don't.
No.
I just don't have, like, I read, but not like books like that. Like, I just can't get into it. Like,
Can you visualize them?
Who?
The books?
Yeah. Oh, I can visualize anything.
Oh,
I'm really good at that.
Oh.
Yeah, so I can visualize.
can.
There's been a handful
That's
of
why
books
you're
that
good
I've
at
enjoyed,
interior decorating.
but yeah, it's probably true. But
It's true.
Yeah, no, I just
You're so
I
right,
just don't.
Cassidy.
You're so cracked.
I'm just the best.
I don't know. I just can't get into it, and I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I'm just like,
Sometimes
like, do
I
you
wonder-
crochet after you read? Like,
Wait,
what,
hey,
what
you're
happened?
coming at me. You're coming at me.
Wait, do
Not
you
the
read?
crochet.
We don't read like
I
that.
do read,
Oh,
and I
shit.
crochet, and I
you
knit.
I feel like you love Kindle.
Cassidy, do you read books?
Let me tell you something.
Not magazines.
I don't read books, but I would love to, but I just, you know what? No. Okay.
Exactly. Just say it.
But do you crochet after? Anyway.
So wait, can I say though?
I'm going to hell.
Sometimes I wonder what the difference is between sitting and reading and just watching TV. Because you're just like escaping reality at that point, right? So like,
By the way, I don't watch television either.
so like, what is the point of? Because everyone's like, oh, you should read more, and I do love reading. Like I love to do it, but then sometimes I'm in the middle of a book and I'm like, kind of just feels like wasting time to me a little bit. Yeah. Sometimes
It's just
But then
because my mom reads a lot, and my mom is brilliant. She always
That's probably why.
has a great vocabulary. You just
she
learn
reads.
so much, you know.
I guess so. That's true.
Yeah.
Because you get to see bigger words.
God bless those
and-
readers. And
I just don't enjoy it. It doesn't, I'm sure it gives lots of people this like high and they just absolutely love it. But I don't know. I don't
I think you
enjoy
have
it.
to really connect with the characters.
Yeah. Imagine getting dopamine from looking at a piece of paper. That'd be amazing.
I mean, that's definitely a fetish out there for that. Anyway.
Yeah. My sister,
Anyway.
her whole leg is tattooed with her favorite things from books.
Well, there you go.
It's whole book leg. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, those are our Jeopardy fun facts. Step it up next episode, okay, girls, because that was a little fucking lame.
I think Gia's was phenomenal.
Yes, that was
Really?
mine. I don't know.
can I
I
say?
could have thought about mine.
Well,
more.
now
Anyway,
my fun facts are gone, so.
Pot calling the kettle
it's
black
February,
over
girls. You know what's coming for our younger folk out there.
there. Oh,
Prom
prom.
season.
Prom baby.
Which, if you have been following our Instagram and TikTok, Curinne has dived into the prom world, which is amazing because me, as a plus size woman, my whole entire life, like I was plus size for my communion dress. Like I was a chubby little thing. That's just how I am. When I was growing up, when I graduated high school in 2005, there was absolutely no freaking plus size stores, options, or anything. It was fucking horrendous.
Yeah, it
like
was
I
horrendous.
don't even know where I got my clothes from. I think I got them from like Old Navy, and it was like a large.
Yeah.
Because that's like all they went up to. Like at maybe XL, but I literally, like, my fashion sense in high school was horrendous because there were no options out there. So thank you for Curinne for putting those plus size options out there for prom girls. And they're
For prom
not
girls, it's really important.
and they're not hideous dressers. They're
so cute.
beautiful. They're
Yeah,
absolutely
some-
beautiful.
Yeah,
so
a lot of them are very, very.
let's
very
talk about
pretty.
that. Where can our girlies out there get their prom dresses?
So go down to what's the address?
98 Main Street in Port Jefferson to Ivory and Main's Curvy Corner. We have, I don't know, probably like maybe 20 prom
No, there's
dresses?
probably more than that.
And you
Yeah,
can
I
order
think.
sizes, right? Like you
Yeah,
order
yeah.
you okay, cool.
So it's not predominantly a prom store, but it does have formal wear,
Gown, yeah.
and gowns. And the thing is that you're going from nothing to something. So
Something,
like
right.
it's the difference between going into a store and not finding anything. And obviously we'll have more styles coming in and stuff like that, but it's important. I feel
so
like
important.
it's important to give these girls of this age that confidence boost to let them have this experience. I don't always, again, with the moms that come in with the daughters, sometimes they project that onto them, but I just think it's really important to give these girls a great experience. It starts with, this is the time where it starts.
Right.
Because it will kind of spill over into other areas of their life down the road. So I think it's
100%.
important to start them now. I was not, like Cassidy was saying, her community dress, I was not plus size at that age. But when I got into high school, I had gained weight. And then for my prom, I was a size 18 in the dress, and they had no dress for me
Nothing.
to try
There
on.
was
They had nothing. So I picked the dress. Actually, it's in the blog on the website, so if you want to read the whole thing. But I picked the dress off the wall, off of a little picture, and I was like, I love it. This is the one that I want. And then when the dress came, I was like, I feel like I'm wearing a garbage bag, and I sobbed on the pedestal
My dress-
in the middle of the...
I'm getting like Party
Bridal
City shopping for your Halloween costume, picking from all those
That's
things on the
exactly
wall.
what it was.
Yeah,
it
was
was
awful.
The whole wall was covered in pictures. And I was
said,
just
"Give
like,
me
this
old
is the one.
gangster."
Yeah, I really loved that dress. And I was like, it's really pretty. And it looks great on the girl. But then when I got it, I was just like, I hate it. Like, I
that
literally hated it.
sucks.
The evolution
There's
of plus
nothing
size.
worse than that.
No.
Looking
it's
back now,
insane.
it wasn't a bad dress. It was just a plain black dress.
Right.
But had I had the opportunity to possibly get
Yeah.
something else, I probably would have.
Have all
Or
the
the
options in
possibility
front
Yeah,
of
just
you.
the
try
options.
things on.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I didn't need to have 1,000 options, but give me like a dozen.
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
give me something to be able to try on.
Right, that's the thing. Like, you can easily go online and get something like in a plus,
Yeah.
but like, don't you want to go into a store and have that experience with it? You know what I mean? Like,
people want to shop. I don't
Exactly.
understand what's going on in this world. I feel like everyone wants to try things on. Like, where are all the stores going?
Yeah, I honestly,
going
I
on?
hate shopping online. I simply don't shop online ever.
We don't.
You'll never
when you're a
catch me
plus size
shopping
woman,
online.
we're so used to that like that's
all
what
you
we
do.
know. Like that's all we do is shop
Right.
online. Like I've gotten things from like City Chic and Eloquate, and I just buy. I've been to weddings, formal things like that. I just buy like 5-6 dresses, and then I pick from what I want, and then I return the other ones. But it's a pain in the neck because I'm the worst returner ever.
I'm the worst. I don't
That
return
should have
at
been
all.
my fun fact.
But like the plus size, the whole have you guys? And I read an article about this. So, like I said, I grew up 2005. Nothing. There was no plus size. Old Navy may have started to have a plus size section, but it was really like large and extra large. Like no one's fit into that. I ain't fit into that shit. So anyway, So I read this thing online recently. I don't know where I saw it, but it was during COVID. Like the thick and curvier, like people were comfortable with that, and like people were like, you know, at gyms and working out and stuff. So like all that body positivity shit was booming then. Now we're seeing the Ozempic phase.
Ozempidemic.
Ozempidemic, where like heroin chic is starting to come back.
I think that there's a lot of influencers that are definitely on Ozempic.
And not saying
I don't want to take it.
No.
That's just me.
No.
I would never take anything like that ever. It's first of all like,
But you do you.
you do you, but that shit that fucks with you. You know what I mean? It does.
I mean, listen, we
can't-
don't know the long-term effects of it as of now, but people say that it's safe. When I first heard of it, it was for diabetes purposes because my husband has diabetes.
My husband does too. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was actually on it for a while, and Paul had lost nothing. Like, I was like, oh, are you losing? You know, because he's like, oh, they say that this might, you know, you could lose weight on it. And I was like, are you losing anything? He's like, not a pound. And I was like, interesting. And then they had came out and they had said that they, you know, had proven it to be for like weight loss and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just, you know, I've heard great things about it, and then I've heard horror stories about it. So I'm just like, you know what? Leave me alone. I'd rather be fat.
Yeah, well, my good friend, she was on Ozempic because she also, I think was like diabetic, pre-diabetic, something like that, didn't lose a pound. And she was also doing that prepping for bariatric surgery, which
It's
she
just
just
crazy.
got.
It's a whole the trends. The trends are crazy because when you think about when I was growing up in 2005, like I also
Is that when you graduated high school?
I graduated high school in 2005, and like the moms that like raised us, they were all about diet culture and shit.
Oh, 100%.
So that stuff was still like
Weight Watchers.
Weight Watchers. I went to
I gained weight on Weight
I went to my
Watchers.
first Weight Watchers reunion when I was 13 years old in Wanta. I'll never forget it.
Yeah, my mom when I was in high school. I think it was like 15.
Yes, I was, but listen, I was never like, oh, blah, 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 like what, whatever, girl, like I'm good. But it was just like there was never.
I didn't gather any
There
of
was
that.
never like
They have Weight Watcher reunions?
the options for like younger girls when I was younger and curvier. Like there was no option. I would wear like it was awful. Like, I didn't look good because there was nothing out there for me.
So I used to buy guys' jeans in Macy's. I remember that I would go to Macy's. Well, Macy's was one of the only stores too that I could find that went up to an 18 at the time, and I graduated like 10 years before you. So sometimes I would buy guys' jeans. I mean, this was like obviously like later on again, like later in high school or after high school. They did have Lane Bryant. Everyone knows the story, I think, from last year's podcast about how I used to go into Express, buy like a pair of shoes or buy something from Express, get the bag from Express, go to Lane Bryant, put my stuff from Lane Bryant in the Express bag so that nobody knew that I was shopping at Lane Bryant.
That's so crazy, isn't
Secret
it?
shopper.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and I did that probably all through, well, when I was like, what would I say I was like 22, something like that. I had lost a decent amount of weight, but I was still like a 14, 16. So even at that point, then I was like in between. So I was like, okay, I can't really shop at Lane Bryant because now everything's really big for me, but I can't really shop at Express because the stuff is kind of too small. Like the extra large was like just too small on me.
Like that
so
weird mid-size
yeah, I
in
was like
between.
trying to, but yeah, so that's like, it's a reality. It's such a reality.
It's just so back in the it's like you're right. Nothing went up. Like nothing went above a large or an extra large, and if it did, it was the menswear.
Yeah,
and you would have to walk around wearing like a man's sweatshirt.
Yeah,
you know, it's just
a lot insane. Of the pictures that I see from high school that I'm in, like that girls had posted or whatever, I'm in like an oversized t-shirt and like jeans because there was really nothing. And honestly, I was like a 16, 18 at the time. So I wasn't even
people that were bigger. Imagine like what the fuck did they wear?
I don't know. I mean, it had to be like, I mean, I guess that's where people like, I don't know.
You know,
Curtains?
I mean, so
I don't know. Like,
you know,
what were you wearing?
It kind of brings me back.
Like, I honestly don't know.
What were you wearing? Write into us, DM us. We want to know what were you wearing if you were.
Because I know what I was wearing, but I don't know what other girls were wearing. Like, what was the situation? Like, where were you getting your clothes from?
It's crazy. And then which kind of leads me into like what my next thoughts are. When I got engaged, I was like, this is great. I was on cloud nine. I was so freaking happy. I'm like, yes. And I swear to God, this is how it went down. I'm not even like exaggerating. I was sitting in my bed. And I'm like, oh my God, reading everyone's comments on Facebook, like, congratulations. I'm like, yes, bitch. Like, give me all the attention. I love every minute of it. And then I'm like, now I got to go shopping for a wedding dress. And my entire life, it has always been a struggle. What am I going to do? And I'm not even kidding you. Like divine intervention. I looked up onto the goddamn TV on News 12, and it was you, Curinne. And it was like, you know, in a Sayville, and this Sayville shop owner is something, whatever, blah, 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 like bringing a whole new shop to community, and I was like, this woman opened up a plus size bridal gown shop. I remember calling my mom saying, oh my God, Mom, you have to go, like, well, because on News 12, they always, like, play the shit over and over and over again. Always. I'm like, you gotta turn on News 12. You have to see there's this woman in Sayville that opened up a bridal salon for just plus size gowns. She's like, that's amazing. I called you.
Yes.
And it got, like, well, you've reached Ivory and Maine +1. And I was like, oh my God, hi, my name's Cassidy. I'm calling because I just got engaged.
And we talked for like 45 minutes.
And that was it. I swear, I'm not even kidding. It was like the day after I got engaged. I was like, what the fuck am I going to do now? And then God was like, well, here's Curinne and Petulino Polizzi of Sayville, Ivory and Maine. And that's how it happened. But that's like, it's crazy because, like, why wasn't this done earlier? Why wasn't this fucking done earlier?
Because it wasn't important enough. Like, people didn't put enough emphasis on it. And this, I guess, like, we needed more people to come out and be like, this is a problem. Like, this is an issue that more women don't have places to try on. Because, like, think about how many brands, although it is kind of bull, because, like, some brands had put out plus size, but then, like Old Navy, not to, I don't want to hate on Old Navy. I actually like their clothes. I like those.
Yeah, they're like good,
Old Navy has been stepping it up these past few
Old
years.
Navy. I'm not gonna,
but they're plus size shop. But I will say, though,
they don't have a lot of stuff in their stores. That's the thing. They rolled out and then they pulled back.
Yep.
So then it's like, okay, well, I want this. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't get that in your size. I mean, there's still stores now that I'll go online to, like, look at, like, these are places that I've gotten clothes from, and I'm like, why are you not having the plus sizes anymore?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on with that? So I don't know why they're saying, oh, people aren't buying them, but I think that's bull.
Because
we're not walking around naked.
No, and then people are gonna be like, oh, well, it's not healthy being overweight. Fuck you. You can't lose weight overnight. So what am I gonna walk around naked until that? Like, I need to wear goddamn clothes. Give me a fucking shirt and a pair of pants.
Well, I literally
and a stylish one at that.
And a stylish one. I don't want to look. I don't want to walk around looking like I don't want to even say it, but, like, I don't want to walk around in a muumuu and, like.
I wanted to say moo before and I held back, so I'm glad you said it first.
Goddamn, like, let me look fucking cute. I'm cute.
Muumuus are not cute. Sorry.
Not if you built it. Anything could be cute.
See, there's a difference between wearing shit and styling shit. That's
well, I gotta say, literally wearing and styling. I watch Corinne's videos. Well, I saw a TikTok earlier. And it was talking about stores don't want to bring in plus size clothes because they don't have room for it or this and that. And then they were showing a video of, like, their clearance 90% off rack. It's all extra, extra small and extra small. Mm-hmm. All of them.
It's baloney.
Yep. I'm like, so.
Sustainability, my fat ass. Anyway.
And it was a packed rack.
So, in short, thank you, Curinne, for giving a safe space for curvy younger girls who just want to look fucking bomb at prom.
And honestly, I gotta say, when I'm working with the prom girls, I feel like a lot of their moms I've experienced are honestly very nice. They're like
some moms get it. My mom always got it.
Yeah, a lot of these moms I feel like do get it, and they're so excited that they're like, we tried to go another place with her friends and it wasn't working.
But it's also another generation. Like, it's the step up from the diet. The moms that are with those
it's like, I feel
supportive now, they're the step up from the diet culture. They're the ones who grew up with their moms being crazy to diet culture and don't want to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, so.
I mean, there definitely was, because like I said, when I was in middle school, I was like a size 7. And that was like, for me, I thought I was ginormous, which is crazy because a size 7.
I don't even know
like what was going through my head. Like, I don't know. That's what?
Like in like
in jeans.
Like between a 6
anything.
And 8? Okay.
Like, I was like, well, at that time, because it was 579 was the store, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, shit.
579.
My mom used to shop there. And my mom wore like a 7, and I would fit into her. She had like these jean skirts, and I would steal her jean skirts. And then, but they were a little bit tight on me, so I was probably like an 8, but whatever. So, but still, like, and I felt big because all my other friends were like tiny or really thin. And then
friends are tiny.
My mom, my family was really tiny. So it gave me like, looking back at the pictures, I'm like, wow, I don't understand how I thought or anybody thought I was heavy, because I was not.
Yeah.
I realized looking back on like my high school days, my friends saw me as bigger than I actually was. And I think that has like a huge thing on how we perceived ourselves even getting older, because I've gotten together with high school friends I haven't seen in years, and they're like, oh my God, you look so good now compared to high school, which is like, first of all, why would you say that? I was a size 6 in high school. Yeah. I was very skinny.
Really?
Very skinny.
I was a size 10, I think, literally from 8th grade to current day.
I was a big bitch all my
six?
life,
I was
but
a
I
size
always
6. I'll show you some pictures
I
later.
gotta see a young
But
Leigha.
I was a size 6, and people were still like, they saw
That's
me
crazy.
as bigger than them because as teenagers, I feel like everyone is just like super,
Teenagers
especially
back then too. were a
yeah,
whole
especially the
different
girls
breed.
who were
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
always doing sports
Right.
and stuff. Like they were like sticks.
Yeah, I feel like when we
super
were in
skinny.
high school, because you graduated 2015. I feel like around then was a big like eating disorder time, like Tumblr,
yeah.
like
Oh my
everything
God,
with Tumblr,
Tumblr.
and all this stuff.
Yeah,
Out
that was
of
crazy.
this world. The
It was
thigh gaps,
the thigh gap.
photos.
But then it's changed. Then like the Kardashian and like the thick
And then the
big
BBLs.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
big
after
booties,
my.
that
And
was
you know
after
that was
them.
like people were trying to like, well, now like it's kind of in being a little bit, like curvier now. It's just I'm trying to look up for old pictures
I
of
grew,
myself. It's
I
just
grew
crazy.
up with like the
I
diet
need to see
culture
one.
thing though, because like my
Yeah.
mom was the Weight Watcher. She was like always, if you want to lose weight, you should only eat one meal a day, because that's what I did.
Which is so
Maybe drink
insane.
some bone broth for dinner, or and like she won't admit it now, but like that's the stuff that I grew up with. And then I was a size 6 because after puberty, everyone in my family was like, "Oh my God, Leah, you put on some weight." I got my period. Like I literally
I'm
went through
getting
puberty.
older. I'm growing up.
Yeah.
So
Thank you
they're
so
like,
much.
"Oh my God, Leah, you put some weight on." And then after all of that, like around 14, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna I guess starve myself, and I only ate salads for with no dressing for every meal of the day.
God, that sounds terrible.
It was. But then I was that size 6. That was like the smallest I'll ever be, I think, like a size 6. And it was just like everyone treated me so much different. It was crazy.
Yeah, I always feel lucky that I feel like my mother never projected anything. I mean, I would simply be in dressing rooms
That's
with her
good.
and she would just cry her eyes out.
Oh.
But anyways, aside from that,
Because of her own weight
yeah,
issues? Okay.
like I remember just being like in dressing
I'm
rooms
sure
with
that
my
has
mom.
affected you
how
in some
she-
way.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. And so that would happen. I feel like when I was like in middle school, and I was like, what do I do? How am I supposed to console this woman?
Right.
Like I'm a 12-year-old.
Right, yeah.
And then blah blah blah. But yeah, so that was weird. But yeah, my mother literally raised me to believe I was perfection,
Aw.
which I think is
Yeah.
amazing, and that's what I will be
And she
raising
raised
my
me the
daughter
same
to
way
believe, no
as
matter
my
what, and that's that. So
I think my mom always
Yeah,
like
I always feel very
thought
lucky for
that,
that.
but she would. I remember vividly her sitting me down like on my bed saying, "Leah, you're putting on some weight. Like I think you should like cut back on this, and this. Like we could do it together. Like I want to lose weight too." And like that was when I was like 10. So
10.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Like you're just a growing little girl.
And then like my dad too. I mean, we don't even have to get into that, but my dad caused so much trauma. Like so many
That's a whole episode in itself.
disorders. But yeah.
That's for our trauma dumping
anyway,
episode.
I mean, I'm excited to see what this prom season has in store, and I can't wait to see all the girls.
Yeah.
Like I hope you tell them all to like tag and
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
last season I
it's
literally
beautiful.
had a girl start crying in
Yeah.
her dress. She was so,
so excited. 'Cause
It
you know
felt
you're
so
proud of it.
gorgeous.
You're excited. And
I was like,
they're-
girl, you look so cute.
They're
in
beautiful.
that.
pretty
It's
dresses.
beautiful too.
Yeah.
You really you do a good job with buying. You really do. Like you don't get these like cupcake motherfucking.
Yeah, I don't want them
rhinestones
to
and
look
shit.
like, I don't want them to
They
look
don't want you don't want them to you don't want it to look like a typical like what you would think like like they can.
Yeah.
Although some of these prom dresses out there.
When
like,
I
holy
took
shit.
I took Gianna for her Sweet 16 dress, and she went through this whole ginormous store, we won't name it, and there was 2 dresses in the whole store for her to try on, and she was like a 16 at the time. And I was like, this is crazy.
that's
I'm
where I
like,
got
I
mine.
just can't
Also.
believe that it was like that little.
It's actually mortifying.
It was, yeah, and I felt bad, and then she did wind up buying a dress, and we left, and then we got in the car, and I was like, why did you buy that? And she's like, because I don't want to have nothing. And she was like, so some things maybe like the seamstress can change this, or she can do something, or whatever.
Crazy. And then like I'm looking at like some of these prom dresses these days, man. Like these skirts are short. There are cutouts. Like there are shit there that I would never let my kid freaking.
Wait, we have this one crazy dress, the pink dress, that's high. It's high low, which I feel like I haven't seen since like a decade ago.
We love a high low. No, it's
High
coming
low.
back. I love
I
it.
feel
Yeah,
like
it's
I
coming
see it on the
back.
carpet a lot, the red carpet. But it is like all exposed boning, like cups.
Yeah. Speaking of exposed, have you guys seen? I don't know if Gio, was it a TikTok or was it a? I think someone sent it. One of my brides actually sent it to me via DM the other day.
Yes.
The free the nipple bridal gown.
Yes. So it was on the Bustle Instagram account, and it's one of their articles. So I was reading. So first I see it, and it just goes, "Free the nipple bridal gowns." So I had a lot of thoughts when I first saw that.
Can you explain what it is?
Yeah, I don't know
first,
anything
because
about
we don't know
this.
anything about this.
Oh,
All right, so I'll bring it up right now. So if you go on to Bustle, it's a Instagram account about obviously
Yeah,
weddings and
we know
shit.
what it's, yeah.
Hold on, let me bring it
So
up.
they're
right now.
basically saying it's kind of so what we were seeing.
Do they want
I
to
feel
see
like,
our nipples?
Yes. So at the end, sort of.
It says, free the nipple wedding dresses are the next big thing in bridal. Non-traditional brides, this one's for you. The most controversial of high fashion trends is now entering the bridal space. Yup, they're freeing the nipple. See how the movement is shaking up the bridal space, link in the bio.
So I feel like towards the end of the year, we were starting to see a lot of like exposed boning, bustier,
Okay.
a little bit sexier designs. And
Which is fine, but
which is, great. And I feel like now they're really taking it to the next level.
I'm going to
in
say
the-
one thing.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Let me ask a question. So that you're not, it's basically like a sheer top so that you can see the nipples. Like it's not where they're walking around topless. Oh, I have to sneeze.
Yes,
No,
which
it's
on,
like-
so it's no, they're not going around topless like just skirt
shit,
on
I mean,
and
another
titties
20
out.
years, maybe.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't understand. Why are we freeing the nips? Okay.
Yeah, so they're doing, I feel like thin.
Thin fabrics where you can see the boobs and also see the nipples.
Like when you see Kendall Jenner on like a fashion run and her nips are out.
We even have a dress kind of similar to that.
Can I just say, it would not be attractive for me. Like, you would need to have, like, boob job boobs.
Well, that's
Yes,
what
you have to have
that's
perfect boobs,
exactly
I feel
what I
like, 'cause
think
nobody
about.
wants to see your nipple by your
Is
knees.
how is that going to
No.
translate?
I'm going to say right now,
not
I
going
100% disagree with it. 100%. Like, this is not a fucking burlesque show. You're getting married. I know for a fact.
But we
like,
know that you are more conservative
But like,
in that respect.
Come on now.
Well, she
though.
is.
No, I
in
am.
that respect, she is.
But like, I just don't get it. Like, you're really gonna go down the aisle with like your dad's coworkers with your nips out? Like, that's just like when is it too much now? Like, this is bridal. This isn't.
Yeah.
This isn't like. Like it's your wedding dress, right? Like it's your wedding dress.
Yeah.
It's like, why are we?
I feel like this is going to be for like the alternative bride who's like maybe a destination wedding or something like that. I mean, I personally
I think a black dress for an alternative bride. Like this one when
Yeah.
it's like for your non-traditional brides out there. I'm thinking a black or a red fucking dress. Not like, here's my areolas, grandma.
Well, I will say what I do like in the article is they kind of talk about like the shifting perspectives on, I don't really know, kind of going for the, you know what? I don't even know how to describe it. Basically, they're saying that like women should be able to do what they want, which
yes, of
but
course
then
they
I'm
should.
thinking, imagine you're going into your bridal appointment and you're like, you know what? Let me get something real sheer on the nips. And then you walk out in that. I feel like for the comments that we hear from mothers, grandmothers,
Oh my
sisters,
God.
friends,
they won't
the
even
way,
let you get a black dress.
They don't
so
even
forget
like
it.
a sweetheart neckline because the yitties
Yeah.
are out way too much.
Women can do whatever they want, but this, like that, I don't know. If you're eloping,
I think a
would love-
majority of women are
You're fine
not
with
going
it?
to be.
I honestly would
board.
love to go to a wedding, turn down to see the beautiful bride coming down the aisle,
see her nipples hanging out?
dun, dun, and then nips in your face, like full on headlights. Tell me that wouldn't make your day.
I mean,
Come
listen,
on.
if you want a topic to talk about, it's yeah.
I would love that, and I think
She would love that. She's right.
I
That's
think
like
it would be. I think it would
she'd
be,
be like, "What is
awesome.
happening?"
No, it is so outlandish.
But would you do it?
No, I wouldn't. But maybe
do you think this is a trend that should be? Do you think this trend is?
I think it's for very like high fashion, high concept people with the right audience in their
Yeah, I agree.
watching them. Because I know like
But not.
but then again,
the
I think my
everyday
family,
bride.
If I walked out, I think nips out, I don't think my family would be surprised. I think they would be like, that's strange. And why would she do that? And I would feel a little bad
God.
putting my
I
nipples
wanna
out
read.
there.
People
Wait,
saying
this
this
is the
don't
comment.
have uncles and it shows. In front of my father, I'll pass. I want people to look at my face on the wedding day. And then, did a creepy dude write this? Creepy dude propaganda. Free the nip in a white dress symbolizing your virginal status while you're handed over as property as part of your religious ceremony. This nape ain't free. Immediately no.
I think a majority of women are going to be like, this isn't.
Yeah, but I think
isn't for
Gia's
me.
hit the nail on the head with the fact that it's probably like the high profile celebrities
Yes.
who
Yeah.
are like who
Like, I could see
paid a
J.Lo
lot of
doing
money to
it.
have their bodies the way they have their bodies.
But like you
and
can't
they
like
want to wear a
market
slinky
this
dress
to,
for their
you
wedding.
can't market it to like
Who's already had
the
like multiple
everyday
weddings
fucking
before.
bride. You know what I mean?
No, literally. Like,
I
they got their
agree.
boobs
I don't think that it's
reconstructed
marketed
for this wedding.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
It's gonna be like a
I feel like
bougie,
you gotta keep those things
just
cold
over the
whole day.
top. Listen, but we know even celebrities that were definitely like covered up in like full satin
Like
gowns.
Paris
So like
Hilton?
I just I mean
She
she's,
was
like,
really
head to
covered.
toe.
She was like
Lace.
that one dress we
she
have.
looked like a doily.
It was a full turtleneck.
Sophia Richie was pretty.
But that's what
covered.
I'm saying. I think a majority of
Yeah.
people, even with that, are gonna.
Right.
I don't think a bunch of people will be on board.
But the nipple
maybe as
thing-
your reception, like after your party.
The nipple thing is all. I mean, the Kim Kardashian came out skins
I don't need
and
my
have a
nipple
built-in
showing. I do
nipple
have
in the
nice
bra.
ones,
Like
though.
that's like a new
That's
thing.
crazy.
These
That
days.
reminds me of the
Built-in
Sex and the
nipple?
City episode where they had those little fake nipples that Samantha was adding into her bras
Yes.
so that she
That's
would always
like a
have the
thing
fake
now, though.
nipples.
You
And
know,
Miranda
but
It
put
is a
them
thing,
on.
yeah.
Yeah. How do you
I just
keep your,
don't think
I got a
it's-
question. How do you keep your nipples hard all day long?
Stay cold.
Stay
I
cold.
guess so.
But that's the thing. It's like
Stay
it's like
happy.
like a fashion thing. Like it's just the whole thing is fucking weird.
Yeah.
But I
Maybe
just
you have
had
to have like.
I always
a-
used to be
a
so
side
self-conscious. Like there were pictures
Right.
taken of me like
Like,
when
oh my
you
god,
wear
my
like one of
nipples are
those
hard. Let me go into the bathroom
Yes.
and like.
Oh my god, I
like,
always
that's what I used
rub-
to do. I used to rub my nipples
Yes.
if I felt them getting hard.
Yes. Oh my god, there's pictures of me where I'm like, wow, my nipple was really showing there, and I like would actually try to edit it out because I'm like, it's a cute picture, but I don't really want everyone seeing my
Right.
hard nipple.
That's crazy. I don't even think I
Yeah.
put that much thought into it.
Oh,
I
I
did.
I would go
Back
like.
back in 2016, like the baddie Anastasia eyebrow,
Oh, yeah.
like baddie stone lipstick era. I mean, I really don't wear bras on my off days, so my nips are really always out. But I was like,
You're a no bra wearer. That's a new thing.
yeah, I don't really.
I can see you be no bra wearer.
Yeah, except for the fact, you know, a little TMI, but I got some boob sweat going on, so I do like to wear bras
That's what they
to
have
kind
the
of keep
the
it
powder
up.
for.
It doesn't work on me. My glands are too strong.
You have to get the buff powder.
Oh, I
It's
have
awesome.
that. I
The
got
pink
it when you
one?
recommended. Yeah,
Really?
didn't work for
When
me.
you go to
me.
CVS, you don't wear a bra.
If I'm going to CVS, why would I wear a bra? What
She's
am
like,
I
I'm lucky
doing?
I wish you lucky
So
she
yeah,
wears
so I
pants.
used to be wearing little halter, teeny weeny, like little PacSun tank tops, which I still do over the summer. Full on nips out, every which direction, up, down, sagging, up. I don't care. I really could care less.
Huh, interesting.
mind.
But I have a question. So
Wow.
when you're like, is it true what they say that if you don't wear a bra, your boobs will get saggier over time?
Oh. I know some people.
I think that's capitalism.
That's a.
Yes, I've heard people say you have to wear a
Yes.
sports bra to bed every night.
I've heard people say wear a sports bra to bed. every day.
Well, because that's for the people. A lot of people with boob jobs, they have to go to sleep with some kind of garment on to keep.
First of all, the girls that are wearing bras to bed are probably the same girls that are like need to air downstairs out too. Like you can't be wearing like underpants and pants and like I never wear underwear to bed. You got to air that out.
I don't wear pants. I just go to bed in a t-shirt.
Justin's lucky
Yeah,
if
me
I go to
too.
bed with anything on.
Oh, Justina.
Wow.
Watch out, Easter
On
weekend.
next
Not for
episode.
nothing, but I would totally sleep naked. I would totally sleep naked. Beyonce has entered the chat.
And sometimes I do when I'm like
I
having a
love it.
hot flash. You
Oh
know
my
what
god,
I mean?
I love it.
Yeah.
Good luck putting clothes on me at home.
Oh, shit. Well, we know what Justin's think about. Whoa.
We have the kids, obviously. You don't have kids. That makes it a little bit more difficult. But now that we have like, you know, my bigger bedroom, we did the reno up there. I feel like I am free to just walk around the way I want. And when I shut that door, please do not enter because I'm usually just in like underpants and no top or a t-shirt and no bottom. Like leave me alone. Like I'm in my world right now.
Yeah, my mother walks
Yeah.
around no regard for anyone.
She walks around naked, your mom?
No, not fully naked, but she is like just t-shirt, no pants, no bra, flopping around.
Wow.
And so I always am just like I'm a pantsless
That's great,
girl.
yeah.
So I'll tell you. Can I tell you a weird story? So back in the day,
Do we have time?
so I'll make it snappy.
Okay.
There is a National No Pants Day. It happens over the summer. I found out about that and I thought it was really funny. I think it's the same day that people go into the subways with no pants on.
Oh.
I think it's around then. Did you ever walk in on that
No.
in the
No,
city?
never.
No, you've never run into that?
No.
No.
Oh, I've run into it almost every year. the no pants day. And I'm not a person without no pants. Anyways, Victoria's Secret back in the day at Pink, they used to have crazy sayings on the back of their underwear. So I went and I got silly saying underwears, and then I just like walked around all day with no pants on in my home. And then my mother was like, "What the?" And I forget. It said something crazy. They were neon pink with gold writing on the butt. And honestly, I think we need to bring those back. I love wearing no pants.
At Ivory Maine.
Yeah.
Well, big announcement, everyone.
The New Pants podcast. No pants, whatever.
Anyway, so I'm not on board with the nip thing. Like, really, like, I think that's a little bit too far. If you are, God bless you. I'm not hating on you. You can do whatever you want with your nipples, but
I'd like to see the photos.
Someone
do it and then send it to us, and then we'll put a vote in.
all right. Well,
I'd like to see it.
that leads us to our Thick and Tired, my favorite segment of the podcast.
Yay. Woo. Cassidy, start us off.
Ladies, now this part of the podcast, which is my favorite segment, Thick and Tired, we're going to go around and the table, and we are going to tell each other what we are thick and what we are tired about. And I am going to start. I am thick on tequila. We're going out to dinner tonight for Curinne's birthday, and I'm definitely going to have a tequila. I never drank tequila before, really, until my girls' trip in Charleston a couple of weeks back, or like a month or so ago back. And it is such a great drunk. It's a great high. I'm obsessed with it. I love it. And I will never not drink. Yeah, I will never not drink anything but tequila. It's an upper. I'm obsessed with it.
It's better than vodka.
Yep.
I'd rather drink tequila.
100%. Tired. I am tired, and I have to work on this, of always having to take melatonin before I go to sleep at night. I am addicted to it. I feel like if I want to have another baby eventually, you can't have melatonin, so I really need to get into the
really?
yeah, I have to get into like the groove. You just can't have it. It's just not good for you when you're pregnant.
Isn't it like so natural?
Nope.
Oh.
I have to get into the groove of trying to fall asleep on my own, but it's hard because I feel like my body has developed a dependency on melatonin. So that's
I have
my
a trick for you. Okay, so hear me out. Every time I get back into my workout routine, I sleep like a fucking baby every night.
Yeah.
So even if you just did like a couple push-ups or something before bed, I feel like you would sleep like a baby.
100%. Working out's supposed to be really good for you.
I cannot even keep my eyes open.
Yeah.
In bed anymore, like at all. I'm just like, I'm out like a light.
All right, I'm gonna try it.
I'm asleep before Justin.
Shit, and that's huge because
happens.
Rob, like, once Rob's ass hits the pillow,
Right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, motherfucker.
No,
I'm like,
now
"What?"
that's me.
I wake up, I'm like, we're not going to bed yet. Anyway, Gia.
Yeah.
What is your thick and what is your tired of the week?
I've been really thick on taking some nice Epsom salt baths and drinking. And I don't really like Pinot Grigio, but I've been having huge glasses of Pinot Grigio in a scalding hot bath watching Grey's Anatomy.
So you're a 50-year-old woman.
I really am, and I just have my phone off. I'm not paying attention.
Good for you.
And it is so nice. I'm in there like 2.5 hours though.
Wow.
Like I am sat in the
Okay.
tub, and it's so.
You must be so pruning.
I have my hands out honestly because I gotta get my wine.
Baths are very controversial. I have a jetted tub, and I think it's the best thing in the world.
Cassidy hates it. She's cringing.
I know first of all, a jetted tub is filtered, isn't it?
No, I can't. I can't.
water
I
goes
can't even
in and
talk
out.
about baths. Anyway,
I feel like I can't feel guilty in there.
I have to take a shower before I get into my bathtub because of the fact that it's jets. You're not supposed to. Are you listening?
no,
Yeah,
I am jets.
always-
yes,
I really
baths.
can't- I
Well,
took
yeah,
a full
because in a
shower after.
bathtub, it like you. I don't know. There's
So wait,
something
do you
with
not like
the
hot tubs?
I feel like if
oils
it's like
and stuff
in
on your
there-
skin.
I don't like pools.
Oh yeah,
hot
she won't
tubs.
get in the pool. You
I will
know
not
that?
get in a pool. It's a fucking cesspool. It's disgusting.
My pool's not disgusting. My pool's beautiful.
I don't have baths in my house.
Leah?
Why do I feel like you have a sea salt
Isn't my pool
bath?
beautiful?
Oh yeah, I'm always in her pool.
She is.
I
And
like
my
it.
hot tub.
And her hot
And my hot tub. I'm waiting for her to
Always.
get in the bathtub.
If the invite's there.
She's come over, and I'm like, if she goes in that bathroom, I'm never getting her out.
Gia, what are you tired about this week?
No.
Tired. It just escaped me. Oh my gosh! All I get at least like 10 scam calls a day.
Oh my god, me too.
So
Fuck them scam
many.
calls.
Yeah,
And it
they're
is
annoying.
always like the same message from mad different numbers, all these different names.
Mm-hmm.
Stop calling me because honestly, even regular.
Just go ahead and block them.
I have to, but it's so many different numbers, and honestly, like if I get a call from a number that's like 631-516, so like a Long Island number, I'm not answering it. I don't care. Literally, someone could be in
Leave
the
a
hot.
message.
I'm not answering my phone.
Yeah. Well, now you have the thing on the phones where you can watch the voicemail.
You know
Yes.
who calls me a lot?
Oh, tell me.
Onianta.
Oh my God!
Every
Get out of
fucking
here.
day.
I'm not.
Yellowstone.
No.
Yellow.
It's the people begging for money. The
Yeah.
phone-a-thon folks.
I made the mistake of answering once, and they were like, "Are you busy?" I was like, "A little bit," and they're like, "Oh, well, do you have a chance to talk about donating?" I was like,
No.
"Absolutely not.
So
I
many
donated
people-
so much money to that school. Please."
Literally.
All right.
I paid what I needed to pay, and I'm getting the heck out now. I always get surveys from them. They're like, and I'm like, you don't need to know what I'm doing with
Yeah.
my life. I don't want to tell you.
So,
Yeah.
in
My
short,
biz.
screw Onianta. Leah Perez,
Leah Perez,
what are you
LP.
thick and tired about?
I am thick about the fact that I'm going to Colorado on a ski trip.
So fun.
I'm a little scared to ski out west. I've never done that before. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll die. Maybe I'll come back.
No.
We're all doing the sign of the cross, by the way.
I'm definitely nervous.
I'm so excited for you to go to Colorado.
But it'll be fun.
I love Colorado.
The first thing we
One of the
do when
best
we get
states.
there, we're going to a distillery. I don't do weed, by the way.
I don't do weed.
She doesn't smoke the devil's lettuce,
Well,
the wacky tobacco.
I don't either.
Justin doesn't usually either. He doesn't like smoking.
What in
anything,
Rome, though? I mean,
But
shit.
he'll like. He'll
He's
eat
an
it.
edible man.
But
Yeah,
I
what
feel
in
like
Rome?
Right?
I'm more of like a panicker.
Yeah, me too.
Like
me
I
too.
feel like I can't do it because I'll just sit there and be like panicking
I
about the
almost
world
called the cops
and
on
life.
myself. I smoked weed once in my life with my husband.
Did you say you
then
called the
boyfriend.
cops on
I did.
yourself?
With my husband Rob, and at the time he was my boyfriend and his best friend Pat, and they like big like they smoked, and I had took a puff, and I remember like I need to turn myself in, call my mother, she's got to pick me up.
My dad needs to come and
And
bless
then,
me.
No, really. And then one of my best friends, Steph, who's like a bit like she loves to smoke all the time. She's like, I told her this story, and she's like, "Are you kidding me?" She's like, "What were you gonna call the cops on? Having a good time?" Like, hey, I'm like, no, I just don't like it. I'm more of a drunk girl. Like, I can't. I
Yeah,
like
me
panic.
too.
You
I
know?
don't like it.
all right.
I mean, so every time Justin goes to Colorado, this is the first time I'm going with him, but he'll always come home with edibles.
Yeah.
And then he'll be like, "You want to do one with me?" And I'll be like, "Sure, yeah." And I'll put one in my mouth, and then I have to go to the bathroom. I spit it out in the toilet, and I flush it.
Well, Justin, if you're listening to this, Leah,
She's wasting your edibles.
Leah is
I
throwing
wanna-
up those
and then
edibles.
he's like, "Are you feeling it?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I'm pretty hungry." Make me a snack.
That's funny as fuck.
That is really funny.
All right.
I just don't like it. I know myself. So
I
that's
understand
something
that
won't
because
be
I get that
doing.
anxiety
Yeah.
high
Yeah.
from it too.
Yeah.
Only one time everyone knows the Spaceball story of me in a hotel room with my ex-boyfriend, like literally eating Wendy's French fries in a bed and being like
Wow. That sounds
like
heaven, though.
stoned out of my brain. What is? Maybe G is stoned right now. Just completely like, and he was like, "Babe, are you okay?" I was like, "I don't even know who you are, man. Get out of here."
Yeah, it's
That was
not
the
for
best,
me.
the best ever,
I'll
and that
have
was it.
drinks.
Yeah,
but
drinks, tequila.
no, I
I'm all
can't.
day, but
So
Those days are over.
I'll
I'm
watch
too old
everyone
for
else
that.
get high, and I'll be happy not being high.
Yeah.
So, but I am excited about going
Good.
to Colorado.
So we're thick on Colorado, and what's your tired?
I'm tired of caring about what everyone else thinks. All
Bam!
the time. Like
Good
for
for you, girl.
everything, for like worrying about what you post and what you
Yeah.
do and what you wear. Like who the fuck
and what you
cares?
wear to the motherfucking Super Bowl, dumbasses.
Listen to our last
Watch the
episode.
last episode for that.
Stupid twats.
Like who the fuck cares anymore? Like just live your life and stop worrying about everybody else and what they think. Literally, do what is best for you, and that's it. Bottom line.
I love that, Leah.
Period.
Leah always serving the that
Serving
that
the positivity.
the deep stuff. Corinne, if it's only to you're thick, and what's your tired?
Anyway, my thick is that I'm actually right now, like in this moment, how we all like lift each other up. Like I'm super happy that Leah's having this like sort of epiphany situation going on about how she is like, gonna be positive and and then
I try.
Gia's always like a bubbly ball of energy,
Yes.
and
Just
Cassidy's
happens.
just.
Cassidy's
Cassidy's
just
being Cassidy out
She
there.
always lifts me up whenever I need a pickup, so I'm thick on that.
funny bitch.
Be a funny bitch. Yeah, she's always good to like whack me on the ass
She's
and
like
tell me.
angry inspiration.
She is
that.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that too. And then my tired is women not wearing the right bra.
I was just talking about my friend. I need
It's
to go.
so infuriating.
We need to go. But I have to go get fitted. Like I feel like there's not like.
I'll
when I
I'll
was-
measure you right
can-
here.
yeah,
right
we
now.
can measure you.
I need you to
Hello.
measure me.
Yeah,
I'm
but
a
here's the
seamstress.
thing. Yeah, but wait, hold on a second. This
my
goes back to my bra thing. You can buy the right size bra. But if you're not wearing
Yes,
a
it's
bra
true.
that's supportive,
Yeah.
your ladies are going to be conversing with your.
Why is it so cold?
I don't know.
But I will.
Is there ghosts?
I can
Anyway.
definitely tell you what your accurate size is,
Okay.
but it definitely it matters. Like it can change your whole look.
she
Yes,
can tell
I
your
know.
size, and I can tell you where to buy the right bras.
Okay, I love Lane Bryant bras.
Also,
Me too, but you have to buy the right ones.
can I tell you, if I measure you and you walked into a Victoria's Secret,
No, I don't go.
It's
I
gonna
don't
be
get my
way
bras from
off.
Victoria's
Well,
Secret.
By the
can't
way,
because they
no,
don't-
I know,
yeah.
but I'm just
I don't
saying.
get my- yeah.
I don't like that they do that. Like they'll see someone who is really a B cup and they're like, oh my god, you're a triple D.
No, literally.
How
Yeah,
cool
no,
is that?
100%. Because they did it to Sid, and I was like, let me tell you something. This girl is not triple D. Yeah, but no,
Those
that's like,
titties ain't
I
that
just
big.
feel, yeah, no kidding. She's adorable. I love Sydney. Sydney, I love you.
Sid, we love.
But yeah, I just feel like we see so many people, like so many women on a daily basis, and I'm like, okay, you're not wearing the right, especially moms. I'm like, and I
Yes.
really hate hating on them, but you really need to get supportive bras.
I'm a mom too, and I have
for
no
your
supportive
girls.
bras. No,
you really
none.
need to, because they're just gonna continue
I know.
to like
All
droop
right, so
and
measure
fall.
me,
I
will
mean,
you?
how do my boobs look? Well, don't look
Your
at this
boobs
one.
look
This
good.
is- I don't know what's going on here. This is supposed to be down here, and it keeps like falling. But I mean, I like that they're.
If you ask the people of Instagram, they'll say
Yeah.
that they're uneven.
Yeah, don't ask those motherfuckers on Instagram because in the
I
face,
mean, you know what?
because
Everyone
then
follows
that
me on my own Instagram,
they'll
and
they'll
then
come
tell me
at
that my
you.
boobs are
They'll
uneven.
come at those in those.
Like literally, I'm trying on a dress that like you can see like the boning from the cup, and they're like, those cups don't fit her. Hello, that's the dress. That's not my boobs.
Yeah.
Like I don't. What? For real?
They're
These people are
ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy.
Wild.
Anyway, even though we can't stand your negative comments, check us out on Instagram and TikTok. Shoot us DMs or emails, and maybe even like call us. Give us a buzz. Be like, hey, I heard your podcast and I saw this. Can you hear more about that? We would
Even
love
if
to
you
hear
want
from
to call us and be like, hey, I heard your podcast. Please shut the fuck up.
Yeah, like
No.
whatever.
Do you know how many people have come in here, brides, in alterations, everything, and they're like, "Oh my god, I love your podcast. I
Yes.
listen to you guys all the time. Like, when is it coming back?"
Oh, it's coming back,
Well,
baby.
here we
It's
are.
back.
Coming back with
here.
a goddamn vengeance and a much better name because that name, the last name was
I just
absolutely
want to say
terrible.
that I didn't make that name.
I
Boobs,
also
boobs.
didn't make that name.
Horrendous.
Okay.
Not nothing.
I didn't say you did.
Let's just
I
get
just
it
said I
straight.
just said I did not.
This is Thicc and Tired is brilliant because I feel like everyone is thick and everyone is tired. Like we are,
Yeah.
and it's genius. So I
love
am
being
so
thick.
excited to keep making more content and more podcasts for you guys. But yeah, let us know what you want to hear
Yeah.
from, what do you want to hear about. You know, we might have some surprise guests coming on in the near future, so stay tuned for more episodes, and we will see
you next Tuesday.